Okay, little homies. Teamwork on three. 1, 2, 3. Reloading. Reloading.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
On my way. There. Toxins going up.
Here.
Satchel out. Reload.
Digital stop.
Toxin screen down.
Reloading. Saw you, Mosh. Reloading. Careful.
You fought well.
Spike down A.
One down.
Player standing. One enemy remaining.
Okay.
Now I know how annoying my healing can be.
Don't buy. Echo, don't buy, bro.
Why you follow me, bro?
Toxins going up.
Walk, bro.
Spotted B.
Toxin screen down.
Healing.
On my mark.
Going A.
Toxins going up.
Going A. Go.
I have trap, I trip, I can't.
Spike down
Screen
A.
down. I got spike areas down.
Wait.
I had this head.
30 seconds left. Last player standing. Spike down A.
I try.
My power does not ebb. Ask for aid and you shall receive.
Someone have fun, bundle skin, come on.
Can I get a drop? Can someone get this? Thank you.
Satan's walls are coming down. Toxins going up.
Reloading.
Go.
Reloading.
Toxin screen down.
Plant this spike.
Bro.
player standing.
Body.
One enemy remaining.
You trying to go B?
If they mess with one of us, they mess with all of us.
Wait, who died here? Who died in city?
Hold your head.
Spike is here.
I have retrieved the spike.
Toxins going up.
Dizzy's up.
Toxin screen down.
Enemy down.
Toxins going up.
What it?
You will not kill my allies.
Toxin screen down. Poison orb remaining. Poison's off.
The spike. My ultimate is ready.
Enemy A. Rest ready. It's all you, little homie.
Crash got a hit.
One enemy remaining.
Drop.
Get him, buddy.
One. Up for more?
Time to
Can I get
kneel.
a drop? Can I get a drop?
Anyone have funds to spare?
Rico and Robbie.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Go B.
Who's next?
Toxins going up.
Help.
Right there.
Decoy.
Toxin screen down.
Can you?
I know exactly where you are.
Last player standing. Flawless.
Gear up. Stay safe. We're going back in.
Saving. Toxins going up. Careful.
Spike
I have
dropped.
retrieved the spike.
Toxin screen down.
Good attempt.
Go.
Toxins going up.
Spec me, bro.
Spike. Wingman's planted.
Toxin screen down.
I shot my wingman. B. Enemy B.
Camera taken out. Careful.
Don't get in my way.
One enemy remaining.
Reloading.
My priorities.
Someone
they're
buy me,
suffering.
please.
Thank you.
As one.
Toxins going up. Toxin screen down.
Message sent.
Wait for two.
Grenade!
Toxins going up.
Reloading.
Toxin screen down.
Rotate.
Oh yeah! Monster on the loose!
Reloading.
Toxins going up.
30 seconds left.
There.
Toxin screen down.
Kill. My ult's
Spike
ready.
down B.
I have the spike.
10 seconds left.
Spike planted. Go get him. Here comes the fight.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
Grenade.
He says their bullets tickle.
Walk.
Who's next?
Reloading.
There.
Grenade.
Someone is B.
Toxins going up.
Enemy B.
Go.
Shoot.
Cállate.
Toxin screen down. Planted.
Enemy spotted B.
Toxins going up. Get out of my way.
One enemy remaining.
Dominated.
105.
Last player standing.
ears still ringing.
Can someone buy me, please?
Can I get a drop? Can someone get this?
Okay, buddies. What's up?
Walk this.
Toxins going up.
Reloading.
Toxin screen down.
Yeah, like that.
Grenade!
On my wire.
One time.
Toxins going up.
Enemy down.
We can go B. We can go B.
Toxin screen down.
Go B. Come back, Pepper. We need you.
Here. Tap. Camera taken out.
Quick tower. We look here, tower.
One down. You will not kill my ally.
I know exactly where you are.
It's all you, little homie.
I shot her.
Last player standing.
Defusing bro. What the fuck?
Enemy remaining.
Fuck, idiot. Fucking. Why you failing,
Do
bro?
what we do.
Fuck you.
Get back to chilling.
Fucking idiot. Saber.
Can I get a drop?
Why you failing, bro? Stupid.
Can someone get this?
You more stupid, bro.
Chill. Just one round.
Chill. What the fuck for chill, bro?
Here.
Enemy spotted B.
Put down.
Reload.
Toxins going up. Dead. My ultimate is ready.
CT is not battle out.
Prepare for help.
One enemy remaining.
No one to interrogate.
Okay, I only have like 78 grenades left. Can I get a drop?
Okay, go get your rob.
No.
I need
Why?
this. My thanks.
Thanks.
Their secrets.
Toxins going up.
I know exactly where.
Screen down.
Go, hey, why you go B, bro?
Go away.
What the fuck?
Battle out.
Bro.
One enemy remaining.
My ult's ready.
Last round in the half.
Time to spend this cash.
Can someone buy me, please?
Can someone get this? Thank you.
Breathe deep. Toxins going up. Toxin screen down.
Enemy spotted B.
Oh yeah! You're on the loose!
Last player standing. Spike down B.
Removed.
Who's
Opponent
next?
killed.
Switching sides.
They're usually distracted once I reveal them.
Then sure you take advantage.
Watch rough for me, please. Sorry.
I want to see you crawl.
Hi.
Careful.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Toxins going up.
Careful. Colorful kill.
Give it up, give it up.
Here.
Toxin screen down. Toxins going up.
Multiple enemies A. For you.
We're trapped.
Toxin screen down.
Last player standing. Spike planted.
They will scurry, and then they will die.
Cypher. Why did you say Cypher can jump over the track? What? Here, bro. Here, yeah. There. In here.
There.
In the plate, bro. Yeah.
Poison orb remaining.
We have nothing.
Last player standing. Spike planted. Flawless.
Even with numbers, anything can still happen. Remember that. Can I get a drop? Can someone get this?
Careful B.
Poison orb emitting.
Spike down B.
Somebody out.
Underground.
Reloading. Reloading. Reloading.
Come again, come again.
Found you.
30 seconds left. Spike down A.
One drop, one drop.
Got him. Someone is B. Spike's A.
One kill luck.
Healing.
One enemy remaining.
Nice.
Take what's useful.
Let's reset. Deep breaths and all that.
Can I get a drop?
Weapon here.
Oh, can you drop me, Viper?
Thanks.
You can buy Spectre, bro. What the fuck, Chris?
I can't play with Swift. Okay.
What the fuck, you boot wreck, idiot.
Let's start this party.
Okay, who be?
Careful here.
Step A.
Toxins going up.
Enemy
I know exactly where you are.
Fucking Chris, fucking you. Why you push, idiot?
Spike planted.
Somebody mosh pit.
Last player standing.
Fucking Chris. Okay, understand you? Fucking short. Next round, push again, Chris.
Remember,
You talk smart,
nobody's a
bro.
hero when they're crying for air.
We just play bad for duelist, bro. Why you full pick up, bro? Why rest? So fucking come up for play.
there.
Fucking idiot.
There.
Kontrol anjing.
Here.
Oh yeah! Monster on the loose!
You will not kill my ally.
Busy has targets. It's all you, little homie.
Prepare for help! Want more? Here's more!
Rest me, rest me, rest me. Rest me.
Last player standing. Spike planted.
Pero like, why can't we just hug it out? Pinche radiant.
We must shore up our defenses.
Who's next?
Toxins going up.
Get out.
I know exactly where you are.
Enemy spotted A.
Toxins going up.
One enemy remaining.
There.
Here.
Cypher low.
Spike planted.
Toxin screen.
Satchel out.
Not enough fuel.
Choo we're going to. Tower.
My ultimate is ready.
Give me.
Reloading. Prepare yourselves. We fight once again.
Okay.
Can someone get this?
Info B.
Wall raised.
We'll go fast.
Poison orb remaining.
Wait, what name?
Poison's off.
One enemy remaining.
What will it be this time? Have any patterns emerged?
Let's make them dance.
Hi.
Toxins going up. Toxin screen down.
Got you. There. Somebody's there. Enemy spotted A. Enemy A. They found my wife.
Toxins going up.
Caught one. Get out of here. What's over? Thank you, Sage.
Toxin screen down.
Monster on the loose!
Blue! Lean inside!
Last player standing. Spike planted.
Enemy down.
Where's your guys? Oh, here! What the fuck?
Who to smother first?
Can someone get this? Forward! Thank you.
Will be.
Poison orb emitting.
Full revive.
My eyes are better than yours.
80 gecko. Maybe him.
Reloading. Careful now.
30 seconds left. One enemy remaining.
Come.
Spike planted. Last player standing.
Saper.
Okay, sure.
Shut the fuck up, man.
Stupid.
Match point.
Once more into battle. I'm not tired. Are you?
Here. Together.
Who's next?
Poison orb emitting.
Right there.
Don't get in my way.
One dead.
Check tower.
One okay.
Poison's off.
Spike down B.
You will not kill my allies.
Poison orb emitting.
Come again.
Poison's off. Not enough fuel. Toxins going up.
I know
30
exactly
seconds left.
where you are.
Spike planted. Last player standing.
Toxin screen down.
Oh yeah! Monster on the loose!
Rest next time, don't pick duelist, okay? So very bad for understand. Very bad.
Attackers win.
So
Match found.
Their cipher has a fear filled with regret. Voices calling for help, and he cannot answer. Careful here. I'll find you.
Spike planted.
Reloading.
One enemy remaining.
Right there.
60.
You will expect them to work. Reloading.
My city needs me. I can't be away for long. Let's end this quickly.
Where are you? Bring them down. Still blind with fear.
Spike down mid.
Spike spotted.
One enemy remaining.
82.
Your life won't go to waste.
Weapon here. Keep hitting them like that, and this job is done. Stay focused. I'll find you. Marked one.
Middle. Sky middle.
Reloading.
Catch them.
Shield going out.
Bring them down. Reloading.
Someone is.
Where are you?
They're rotating.
Okay.
They're playing so cheap, so cheap.
Bring them down.
Last player standing.
Fear.
30 seconds left. Spike down A. One enemy remaining.
Nice.
Where are you? Marked one. 10 seconds left. Spike planted.
Nice.
Clutch. You can't kill a nightmare.
This is what happens when the goth. Can someone spot me? Shukriya. Thank you.
Give me a challenge, yeah?
Enemy them down. Take hold.
I'll find you. Mark 3.
You're win.
Sleep, my ult is ready.
Welcome to my world.
Spike planted.
Walls up.
Last player standing.
Hey, loosen up. It's only life or death. Who's next?
Where are you? Marked 1.
I need healing.
It's cool out.
Bring them down.
We found one.
Take hold.
Spike down mid. One. Spike planted.
For you.
Last player standing.
Rest.
One enemy remaining.
I will not stop. Can't use this yet. My ultimate is ready. Let's get these idiots.
Right there.
Let's go.
Where are you? Still waiting.
Mark one. B.
There.
Walls up.
Fire! I've got your trail.
Spike down B.
My ult's ready.
Where are you?
Bring them down. Reloading.
We found one.
One enemy remaining.
Bring them down.
30 seconds left.
Having A.
10 seconds left.
As far as duels go, not bad.
The enemy only looks composed. Their hearts tell a different story.
Find you. Still waiting.
Euro on me.
Bring them down.
Can middle.
Enemy spotted mid. Enemy spotted A.
Yamasa. I'll find you. Ultimate ready. Protect them! Marked one. We'll catch them.
One enemy remaining.
Go down.
Thirty seconds left.
Your journey ends here.
You've never seen a massacre. Need a drop. Thank you.
Last one.
Alvida.
Reloading. For you.
Last player standing. Spike planted.
Make their fear your weapon. Or use a gun, whichever. Where are you? Still waiting. Marked one.
You're done.
I know exactly.
Be faster.
Let's turn the tide.
Spike planted.
Where are you? Still waiting. Bring them down. Bring them down. Catch them. Goodbye.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
Half diff, half diff, half diff.
This is nothing. Wind, show me where to go. I'll find you. Still waiting. Fire in the hole! Bring them down. Line with fear.
Welcome to my world.
Bring them down.
Spike planted.
Shield going out.
Last player standing.
No charges. Wave crashing.
They're just batteries. And I need a recharge.
They're not winning yet.
I'll find you. Still waiting.
Try 120. Need push.
I've got your trail. Bring them down.
I found one.
Bring them
Good
down.
attempt.
One enemy remaining. Spike down B. Last player standing. Team Ace.
Now this pleases me.
Last round before the switch.
We cannot
someone
keep our
spot
goods
me?
after this. Spend all.
Can someone spot me?
Wait, right.
Thank you.
Take out Cypher's tools. Where are you?
Who's next?
Watch this. Too slow.
Bring them down. Bring them down.
Reloading. Target down. Ultimate ready. Water rising.
Your duty is not over.
Back where I belong.
Reload. Spike planted.
I'll find you. Fire in the hole!
One enemy remaining.
Catch them.
Not inside.
Blocking fire. Reloading.
My ultra fix. Push a button. Save the day. Switching sides.
Occupational hazard aside, I do love how much we travel.
There.
Where are you? Bring them down. Bring them down.
Sky 78.
Down.
Spike down A. One enemy remaining.
I have the spike.
He's on
Reloading.
site.
It's failed.
Reloading.
I got your backs. Just, you know, from the front.
Going A.
On my way.
Help! They are terrified.
There.
I'll find you. Enemy still waiting. Bring them down. Wall raised. Bring them down.
in sight. We'll catch them.
Spike planted. Here.
Charging. Defender spawn.
Enemy spotted mid.
Here.
Got him.
Healing.
Where are you?
Here. There.
Covers it.
There.
They think they're the best until we prove them wrong.
Reloading. 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 There. Where are you? Still waiting. Bring them down. Eyes down. Barrier created. Spike planted.
Just wait, friend.
One enemy remaining.
My ult ready.
Marked one. Reload. I know what must be done.
Can someone spot me?
Weapon here.
For you, hermanita.
Find you. Bring them down. Wall raised.
Still in sight.
For you. Bring them down.
Cutting their vision.
Take hold. Here. Reloading. Spike planted. One enemy remaining.
Exactly
Tower,
where
tower.
you are.
The symphony of death. Don't worry, you did this.
Where are you? Enemy down. Bring them down.
Night, night.
One enemy remaining. Spike planted. Last player standing.
Did they really think they could scare me?
Match point.
This is it. Their courage falters.
Can someone spot me?
Spike is here.
Wait, can you guys?
Shukriya, thank you.
No,
Can't plant the spike. Here, people. Aram se.
For your training.
Headshot.
Take them! Bring them down. Reloading.
One enemy remaining.
Planted. Where are you? Marked one.
Turn the tide. Last target down.
Attackers win.
We won, they lost. This is the way of things.
I like what
Here.
I like what they're doing here. You broke my train of thought. I like what they're doing, leaving Texture behind here. But there is a ping from Zeta. I think they're aware of it.
Okay, the start of the rotations. Texture's making the call, saying, yeah, I've got some footsteps.
Oh, they're not aware. This is a double pump.
Yep, they're shifting their way back. Texture getting himself positioned. Typically, you're going to expect from market side, and he's going to hold it. The discipline's good. He spots one, goes for it, but no! The swing back, 10 manages to get the punish, but it's still going to be global in a good spot. Plant comes down, 10 seconds to spare. 10, however, gets the recovery, and suddenly we're back into a 3v3.
So smart. Ronski, a big fight coming up around this corner, and he's going to get it.
Oh, that's a big shutdown, just given how Crow has been playing. 10 still in the mix. He can win this initial fight. He does! Woo! Puts him in with a shout, but no! Now it's just Depp, and Munyet has the crossfire. Again, bloody, back and forth. GE will be able to tie it up at 11-11, but look at the money. Enough to be purchased on both sides.
Now I think we got the op for Depp.
I thought they were going to be in a rougher spot than they were, but they managed to get into a good spot, so we should have some fairly equal purchases.
No, this is a great play call here, a great setup from GE, a great timeout to dig into the playbook. Get Texture buried deep there, get a lot of information on the movements of Zeta. I thought maybe he might just backstab them, but because it's a double pump, he's able to readjust over to the other side, wait things out. I know he doesn't get a ton of, he gets one kill out of there, but still, that's enough. That's the information. And that gives, in the long run, GE the round. So really well played here from GE's side.
I think some people are going to be like, oh, Texture, why don't you kill the Killjoy? He reses the KO. I mean, he just had the confidence he was going to be able to get that swing.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's just
fantastic
from 10 to be able to get that pivot and find the punish in the end.
I totally agree, yeah.
Oh, the push in. He's trying to play off the flash. 10 again. Spots him. Takes him down. It's Johnny on the spot with it, and Depp over the top. Bazzi, a blade through the head, 2 members down, no one even taking damage yet on the side of Zeta. Munyet will be able to find one, but Depp finds his second kill with the blades.
Love the way he's playing with these smokes, Depp. With that shorty out, if anybody pushes through, tries to gain control, he's right there.
Munyet has got the read on this, but 10's got the shot. Suddenly, Vronsky. Young Aussie trying to keep them in this, trying not to give the map point away, but 10 says no, he's had enough of this. A quick defuse. And Zeta now bring it to map point as they look to extend us into a third and final map.
All about it. It's been a great map so far, so back and forth. And at 10, just a great reaction here off that flash. Depp the up and over, catches the perfect timing onto Batsy. Right click there, right into the shorty, throws that smoke out for himself. I love the way Depp's playing that. He's done a great job there in tree. Again, oftentimes that's the initiator's position, but Depp has been really solid. Really able to play cagey. Now the buy is all over the place for GE. You do have a ton of ultimates here, though, including the Blade, Storm 4 Texture, so still a lot of potent firepower in the back pocket for GE. Still 10 just sitting on a lockdown. So he's got that available if necessary, being very patient, but the Hunter's Fury to counter is in Batsy's hands. So even though he used it that one time, he's still able to hang on to it, and it's still fine. He still got it. It's okay. I don't think that drone saw Texture. He's going to try to push off of this. There's a spam here. They're turning their backs to Texture, but it's okay.
It doesn't matter because Depp is looking at pizza. Texture dead again, pretty much in the same exact spot. Lockdown, null command, everything pulsing through Sugar Zero. He's tucking away here in hell. Should have been spotted by that dart. Crow able to find Aaron. We'll go ahead and take out the enemy Omen. A 3v4, a Guardian in the hands of Bazzi. It's got to be the one to plant. Maybe back away and get ready for the Hunter's Fury. Ronski, a monstrous kill. 10 going to be taken down. Pops the flash, swings out, staring towards window. Crow comes in, finds one. Munyet tucked away, gets 2! But he cannot find that last kill. Laz left alive. Bazzi, 5 HP. Shock darts flying.
Fury.
The tap on it, he swings out and Bazzi wins it! Woo! We're going to overtime, this is not done yet. Global hang on by a thread.
Overtime.
Unbelievable. I thought Batsy might play for the Hunter's Fury there.
Sure.
Why not? It's the last round one way or another. at least in that, until we go to overtime, but you're not getting that Hunter's Fury back for overtime, so you might as well use it potentially, but makes the call to try to push aggressively on the angle, catches Batsy out, and you can hear GE losing their marbles there, and what a back and forth, 8-4 across both sides.
For good reason.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, it looked like for a while there, Zeta was going to really run away with this, but just at the last moment, some heroics from Batsy was having a phenomenal Sova Ascent performance.
I think maybe doesn't want to go in for it because he's just too damn close. There's not that much time.
Yeah.
That, that spike has been ticking down. So you can play that out a bit more patiently as Laz knows that if he goes for the Hunter's Fury, he's likely to get rushed.
Yeah,
Either
he has
way,
to get deeper if he's going to Hunter's Fury, yeah.
I mean, no matter what your thoughts on the matter, Bazzi played it to perfection. Being able to get that clutch at 5 is just insane.
He's had some huge plays for GE. Some huge ones, especially with that Odin. But yeah, that one right there, maybe the biggest one. And now Zeta trying to keep GE from getting their first win. Seeing if they can push us to a third map.
Yep.
This is what I was hoping for right here when these two teams are squaring up. And I would love to see a third map, but GE may have other thoughts. Batsy is going to grab that Odin right out the rip. Otherwise, it's just Vandals and Phantoms across both sides. Batsy just lets loose.
Here we go again.
Yeah. Oh,
okay.
That took some damage there.
He did. Knocked down at 89. Dexter just looking to hold, pulled back. Shifts back over into the site. This is the drift now coming through towards B. Aaron cleaning up the turret. Back out of main.
Look how far out of A main
Yeah.
GE is here. I mean, this is such good information for them. They can start pulling back. They got to check tree.
Door's already shut.
Yep. They're going to know it's B here.
Dart over the top and Sugar Zero. Looked like he was about to swing right into that. Step at the switch. The door broken. Dart goes across. Pings out on the 1. Aaron again. Just trying to hold on the ramp. Pushes up aggressively. There's 2 players there in the dip. He does it again. Bazzi in boat step, swings the corner, finds 1. Vronsky arrives. Fragment now down.
Spike planted.
It's gonna be pro swinging, finds 1. One yet. And Texture, the last men standing. Texture comes in, finds 10. And now it's just Depp and Sugar Zero. Spike planted, Depp at 51. One yet, spamming with the shorty. Trying to see if he can fish for any damage. Sugar Zero inches up the ramp. Backs away right as the timing comes through. And he gets it! One after the other, lines up the headshots, and Zeta will take the lead. Match point once again in their hands.
Switching sides.
There we go, Zeta.
Match
finding
point.
a great timing to get into this site. Sugar Zero there at the end, playing that smoke so nicely. Knew right when it was going down, stepped back behind the wall, and then turned the corner and found no one facing him from the side of GE. But that time, Zeta playing with the map a little bit, not really giving over a lot of information. Yes, eventually GE pushes out with 3 towards A main, but at that point, they're already deep into mid. They're already re-aggressing towards A main. 10 had kind of only been the one spotted for a long time over on this side, which doesn't give you anything because 10's always here. He's always sitting in B main, making this a nuisance angle for GE to get out of. So now, we switch sides. Zeta, a great opportunity. With a great defender's half. Thinking that this should be their moment. Should be that 66.66 repeating % chance of what we saw in the first 2 sides of things for them to win here. There's my math. See, I still got it.
Excellently done, nerd.
I don't even know if I got it right. I shouldn't be so confident
I mean,
in my statistics.
I'm too bad at math to tell you whether or not you are, so.
Yes. And I'm not going to look at chat later to see if I was wrong or right, because I have no desire to care.
Well, it's fine. You can tweet at him and let him know if he's wrong. Oh, 10 just gets the timing. Here's the drone. Pushes out. There's no one else there. Depp, a quick headshot. A follow-up on the Aaron. He says, this site is shut. Vronsky into the corner. Depp still sensing that presence is here. Goes fishing for the shots. Monyet and Vronsky have to do the nigh impossible. A 2v5. Pop flash out. Depp just hugs into the corner. They look to flush him out. They finally figure it out. They clear the spot. Down into the side. Sugar Zero looks to hold it. Monyet gets one, but now he's got to go for the stick. Tries to bait somebody in. Dart goes across. The push is there. 10 swings in, but he's got to plant it now. Has he got the time? He might have just run out of it.
No!
And now he needs the kills, and they're just not going to give it to him.
Defenders win.
Zeta, they select descent. They get the win, but it's a hard-fought victory. 14-12, taking us to our second OT in Pacific, and now extending this into a map 3. Haven to decide it all. Does Zeta get a second win, or does Global find their first?
I mean, this is a tenacious performance from both teams, to say the least. Another overtime from GE. You love to see it. You love to see the fight out of both sides. And Monyet, there just not enough time to really work things through. And Zeta able to commit a lot of resources there to make sure that he cannot get that plant down. Again, I don't know if he had enough time either. It was like right at almost the 4-second mark when he started going for it. So I have no idea if he stuck it, if it had gotten through. But Zeta had it well timed either way. Even if he comes right off of it, they probably have him dead to rights. So really well played here on defender sides, and then Zeta able to find that crucial attacker side win out the rip on OT to get this win. But it's a phenomenal moment here from a lot of players. Batsy, great job across this. Crow started to come alive on the defender side. Depp had, I think, a really solid performance across both halves for Zeta. You know, was really instrumental in some of their attacker side wins.
And I think Crow, very deserving of a lot of praise from this match.
Yes.
Has been one of the players that's drawing a lot of ire from the fans, saying like it's just not performing up to snuff. This is not the level that he needs
I'll
to be
admit it,
at.
I'm one of them.
Sure, but this was a showing of that potential that is there that we just haven't been seeing from him and from the majority of the players ever since Reykjavik.
Yep.
It's back once again. What a play, a set of plays from him to help get this victory. Still down to the wire, still very close, but it does mean that we have a map 3 now. So again, Haven will decide it all. You don't want to miss that because we've only seen it once from Zeta, and GE have been looking pretty damn good on the map.
Yes.
So we'll see what happens with this cataclysmic clash in a map 3. It's going to be coming up right after the commercial break and after the desk. Break down all of the crazy action from that overtime on Ascent. So don't go anywhere. You don't want to miss it.
That's why Depp was covering his face
Outside. Jump up, swing over, finish. Finds the shot with a ghost.
There. Texture there. What?
Waiting him out. Texture finds the second. Dead. The corner. Oh, Depp. Lucky to avoid that botting one. Throws the nano swarm. Texture going to be dealt with. 10. Oh, Marcus again. The lockdown now going to be so. Sugar still takes quite a bit of damage. Man. Back down to 52. There's the entry. And 2 quick kills. And Rusty in the smoke. And he's just waiting this out patiently. Rusty finds one, gets the other. Swings in the tree, gets 3. Doing it.
Shortly. Yep.
Depp as well. And now is this Odin situated trying to get that spam through. Aaron, however, push. Flash. No, they don't have a flash already here, but they're going to be taken down. Oh! Cross on a couple people. Pro find him. Makes sure somehow still alive in the fight. Did broke down while finding one. They're going to be taken down. And here's the. Right. Depp finding 3. It's good. He spots one. Goes. Pro comes in, finds one. But yet tucked away. Through.
Welcome back, VCT fans. We continue the night for Valorant Champions Tour Pacific 2023. And guess what? We're not even done with the first match yet, because Zeta brings it back on Ascent, tying the series up 1-1. I mean, what an intense game between these two teams.
Like, they pushed it to overtime of all things. It's crazy how well they're performing this time, especially with Crow and his assists. And not just that, he's actually stepping up with his fragging.
Yeah, I mean, Crow definitely filling a kind of big gap that Zeta's had for a while, but also Depp popping off. And again, just the fact that they have the endurance to make sure they can close this map 2 out to go to a map 3.
And let's not forget how this started on map 2. It was Global Esports initially in the lead. When we were backstage together watching this, we were kind of saying, oh, it's too bad. We kind of wanted to go to a game 3. We're hoping that Zeta can really push through and deliver. And then they started to do it. They started to fight back, especially hard in that second half. Very cool to see.
Well, you guys were saying, oh, it's too bad I'm giving up already, but I predicted Zeta to win this match. So you know what? I think they still had a chance.
Mr. Willie here is like really happy about his predictions. It's still 1-1. Okay, we still got one more map to go, but that's it. I mean, Nick is absolutely right. Tasteless, he was saying like the first half ended off 7-5 in favor of Global, but it's this really seesaw kind of map where you see a lot of rounds won and lost by both teams, and at the end of it, it just kind of looked like GE, I don't know, maybe they ran out of steam or something.
Could be, yeah. I mean, we saw them starting to kind of lack the innovations and the calls that we saw from them, because
some mistakes too.
Yeah, exactly. They started on the defensive side, and you know, they looked pretty sturdy. They had some good reads on the situation coming out from Zeta Division.
Yeah, it was, that's a lot of these plays from Global where they actually played it safe and kind of held back on the A short. This 1-0 point was really telling, and off of it, he instantly knew it was going to be some kind of an A hit, and that's why he hit in this corner. And we saw some mistakes from Zeta. They didn't quite clear it. Vronsky was able to just take them down with that triple spray. His teammates there to back up because they had the right read.
Yeah, and Vronsky, I know the casters are talking about it as well. He took a little time to warm up when he first landed here in VCT Pacific, but ever since then, his fragging's been on point, and he's made some good individual decisions as well. Now, if we have to talk about fragging, we got to talk about Depp. He's showing up once again, and with some cool new ideas from Zeta as well.
Yeah, we've got a really interesting clip I can't wait to unpack for this. We saw, actually even before the game started, we were talking about the fact this is a map that's been played a million times over. We need to see some new ideas. Well, here it is. It's the jump in with Jet, then dashing all the way in inside that Omen smoke, coming out, and then comboing that with the Sova arrow to get the scan, get the kill, and then get back out.
Yeah.
And, you know, as we were saying, Ascent has been played so many times before here with Zeta. Are they going to do anything different? Well, the answer is yes, they are.
Yeah, I mean, just going that one extra step on that box, that kind of adds a small little twist, a little curveball, where, you know, G's just not ready for it. And then Depp just continues to kind of frag out to the end of the map.
I mean, that was like a 4-player play. Depp, first of all, definitely make some really heroic moments, but then just having Crow to help him along inside of that as well. And then this one, you're just kind of seeing how Global's attacking side didn't quite fall through. A lot of times we would see Texture push down mid, but Zeta easily reads that. They already have counterplays for it, and 10 is able to anchor it down. As soon as everyone continues to push into the A site, Depp had that updraft, he had the frag, everyone was prepared for this hit, they knew that B was entirely clear, so as soon as anyone who pushed in came through, Zeta was just ready to shoot them, whether it's from the back or from the front. This A site was under Zeta's control.
Yeah, I mean, they had it completely surrounded. Again, it's all coming together towards the end of Ascent here for Zeta Division. Not only are they starting to frag out, but they're working off of that. And we were talking about this, right? Starting to take that area a little bit quicker, a little bit more confidently all around the map.
Yeah, it was very impressive to see. I'm so glad we had such a close series, too. You know, we started this day off talking about how Zeta may, in fact, be the weaker team, and they still may lose here, but they are really making Global Esports work, and now we're going to get to go into this map 3.
Yeah, and the real winners here are the two watch parties, right? We've got watch parties in
It's the fans.
both countries. You know, they're getting their kind of time's worth, you know, to really celebrate with fellow fans. Now, if we had to pick out a player from this map, I mean, it's got to be Depp, right? He's just starting to pop off. What?
Wait, is that a dab?
Oh, it's a dab.
It's a dab.
I get it. It's hands. Okay, it's hands.
I thought it was mustard.
I was like, was somebody eating a hot dog and they spilled mustard on Depp? I get it. Depp, kind of like
it's dab.
It's a dab.
It's too bad they had to use like Simpsons arms for that. I didn't didn't quite notice right away.
My God.
Yeah, but I mean, Depp absolutely styling over Global Esports this time, putting up the numbers you often want to see on your main duelist, playing that Jet with a 302 ACS.
Yeah, a lot of innovative plays, a lot of aggressive plays where he's able to kind of catch GE by surprise, and times where he would actually just anticipate the pushes because GE got a little bit over aggressive, a little bit over eager. Times you would see him just holding up by a short. As soon as he hears footsteps, it's an easy way to just let it rip, spray through the smokes, get triple kills on top of triple kills, maybe even peeking out with ops sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, it was great to see, and if he hadn't managed to pull those moves off, we probably would have seen a win there for GE. There were a lot of key moments he came in there, got those picks, got those kills, and carried him to victory.
Okay, well, now we go to map 3. Both teams, they floated Haven all the way to the end. Now, let's not forget, so far in VCT Pacific, Global Esports, they play this map both weeks, right? Week 1 and 2, they played it against T1, dominantly with a win, and then they actually had a good map against DRX.
DRX, exactly.
Yeah, you're waiting for that.
Yeah, I just knew it's going to come to it because they went 11-13, and it's such an incredible performance. At times, like you need to be able to stand up to players like Foxy9, players, well, the entire DRX squad, really.
Yeah, I mean, we could list them all off,
yeah,
right?
Just take every member. Yeah.
But they managed to do it, and that's the biggest thing. And when you're playing against Zeta, who actually didn't do as well, you know, they lost this map to RRQ. You had a lot of minor careless mistakes from whether it's Depp or whoever it is. They had these plays, RRQ that is, where they would just anchor down the site. They would hide in these little corners that Zeta doesn't clear, whether it's because of site smokes that they deploy, just to cut out the site in half, and Zeta doesn't really know how to divide that. They don't really know how to break that apart. So this is a thing where the agent composition might be interesting, but also for Global Esports to find those little gaps to exploit Zeta's attack.
Yeah, because we were talking about this backstage as well. I mean, so many of Zeta's executes onto the site, they just don't clear every corner really meticulously, right? Yeah, they're kind of dashing and just assuming that the site is free, and then they'll kind of get taken out from behind. And these are the things they need to clean up if they want to clear out the series with a W.
Yeah, I think so. It's funny because there were moments where they didn't clear certain sides, but still ended up taking the position anyway.
Yes,
that did happen.
But you know, I think it's important to note that we're already seeing some new play styles from them here over on Ascent, and I think maybe they can pull this off here as they go into map 3.
There is that chance.
Yeah, there is a chance. Now, one thing I want to note, you brought up Zeta's game against RRQ, right? They end up losing that 10-13, and this is even the 10 popping off. He has a 27 kill record as Killjoy and still couldn't carry them to a victory. So the other players really need to step up on this Haven.
They really do have to, but that's the other thing. That's one of those difference makers, because in that match against RRQ, Depp was kind of asleep.
Yes.
But what are we seeing today? He's so awake right now. He is so online to find a lot of those frags. He was the MVP of the map that we just saw. If he can do the same thing on Haven, along with 10 and everyone else chimes in, Crow as well, who would play Breach, they might just be able to stand up to Global Esports and, well, basically upset all of our predictions.
Well, would you say if he can Depp,
Oh,
they might be able to win the match?
He was just waiting for that the whole time.
Yeah, that's all I can think about. I'm like looking at Quack. I'm like, you keep going, man. I've got this lined up.
Just wanted to do it.
But yeah, if Depp continues that performance, right, and even Crow. Let's talk about Crow. We picked out Depp as the MVP, but Crow, so many good assists and fragging out, as Quack mentioned. He's really starting to bring up kind of the average fragging power of Zeta Division.
Absolutely. A lot of times, and we said this earlier as well at the start of the show, but we spend a lot of time focusing on the actual best players, the ones that deliver the most, the ones that get the craziest plays off, the most kills. But it is important that the players who may have been a little bit weaker before, they can tighten that up, they can play well. And I think what we're seeing here from Zeta, especially in Game 2, especially in the latter half of Game 2, is that they were able to do that.
Yeah, I mean, you saw that exactly in that highlight that we picked out, the one with the 4-player, the one with that dashing onto A main, closer to Gelato. But you have Laz shooting out that recon, which allowed Depp to shoot through the smoke. You also have Crow, who was actually pushing alongside Depp, which wasn't really quite caught on camera, but you could see the flash. You could hear it going through, and Crow peeking out alongside Depp. It's a lot of these team plays that might just be able to give Zeta the win that they are looking for.
Well, it is gonna go down to the wire, map number 3 between Global Esports and Zeta Division. Global Esports currently starving for a win in league play here for VCT Pacific. Meanwhile, Zeta Division, they did get that win against RRQ, but if they want to live up to the reputation of 2022, being the best team of Japan, the representatives of Japan, potentially trying to go to Masters Tokyo, they got to get this win as well.
Yeah, it's so important for them. So many Japanese fans watching right now, rooting for Zeta. Zeta had, I think, a game back there that if you weren't a fan of Zeta now, or before, excuse me, you are now. At the same time, if Global Esports does fall down here, they're going to be tied with Detonation, 0-3, as we, clean up week 3 here in Valorant, and it's going to be tough to recover from that.
Yeah, I mean, people are already trying to start crunching the numbers on what are the possibilities, which teams still have a good chance of making it to playoffs. After week 3, we're going to have a clearer picture, and if GE cannot get a single win, it's going to look a little tough. Now, looking at the compositions, we're seeing the Breach coming out for Zeta versus, we're seeing a Sky and KO on the other side, whereas Zeta going with Breach and Silva, much more of a traditional setup here.
That's right. This is exactly the same comps that they played last week. A little bit traditional on both sides, but also a little bit interesting that you have Ronsky still on the KO, and you have the Sky coming out for Global. So slight differences, but this is Haven after all. And this is where I think we really need to see Zeta, if they really are looking to find that win, they need to make this comp work.
Absolutely. Global Esports looking for a little bit more of the flashes going into the sites, going for those duels, trying to just win over with firepower. Meanwhile, Zeta looking for a little bit more intel with that Silva and then supporting with the Breach. We'll see how these comps work out. We're going to map 3 between Global Esports and Zeta Division.
Indeed we are, and it all comes down to this now. I mean, the desk setting it up perfectly there. Zeta trying to get that second win. Global desperately trying to find their first, want to be separated from the bottom of the pack, do not want to have that same score line as Detonation, because just from what we've seen from them, they're unworthy of that.
Yeah.
They have shown us incredible performances. They pushed DRX to the limit, but now this is the final hurdle in the series. It's going to be the first time they're starting on the attack.
Yes.
Need to see how many rounds they can rack up. Widely, they've looked good on this. And as they were mentioning, Zeta, it's a map that they did drop to RQ.
Yeah, and Zeta's been struggling on their attacker side. So for them to come here on the defender side, hopefully they can kind of set the tempo, set the pace, come through with a strong side. If they can find another pistol win, that'd be huge, I think. I mean, like, every pistol win, it feels like, is so crucial against GE because these matches are so close. And for GE, man, like, if they drop this map, I don't think that's the likely result. I think they are, right now, from what we've seen, potentially the better Haven team, but it would be so heartbreaking because they've been so close so many times. And to have this one not come through would just be devastating for their mental, I feel like.
I mean, we again talk about, tape versus no tape.
Right.
No tape didn't work out for GE in the last map.
Spike planted.
Look at how far out Zeta is here towards attacker's spawn.
He's far out, man.
Yeah, he's far out, man.
Crow gonna back away. As Aaron trying to play around the back, the drone leading, finds one. Classic over the reload, the push, coming in, Sugar Zero, however, unable to find the kill. But now, Laz jumping the corner. Goes ahead, gets the headshot. Texture take it down in the meantime, 10, finding the kill, one yet. Pushing forward, will also be able to finish him off. Tries to go aggro, gets right up against him, and Moneyet, how does he do it? Triple kills in just about every pistol round, and GE will continue to just absolutely dominate. When there's no economy, when there's barely util, and it's just raw aim and pistols, they continue to excel. 16-5 now.
The timing here for Aaron to get right up to that box right as the drone comes over top to stall this flank from Zeta is huge. And, I mean, Moneyet, I mean, just what a monster he is.
Yeah.
That is so huge here for GE. He is just time and time again coming up with these massive rounds recently. And, I guess if you are forever in the future going to be a controller player in Valorant, you need to make sure your name starts with an M.
Yeah.
That is apparently a prerequisite.
I mean, it's been known for a while. Boaster's been considering changing for like a year.
To Moster?
Yeah, to Moster.
I like that.
Remember that tweet from last year? He's like, yeah, all these guys are cracked. They have so many good controllers with names to start with M. So it seems like it's just a matter of time.
I remember everybody was like Booger Zero. Like,
Yeah, I don't think that one's
that
gonna
one
work
doesn't
out
sound
so
so
much.
good. Yeah, it's a little too close to Booger Zero. So
Yeah. I mean, hey, there's been worse names in esports.
that's true.
We had a top laner in League of Legends who went from being called Dart to Fart, and also at one point named himself Fart.
Really, he went full.
He name changed 3 times.
See, stuff like that just boggles my mind. But you know what? They're players. They can do what they want. As long as they play good, who am I to?
He didn't. From memory, I don't think he was particularly the most impactful. Anyway, we'll focus back in as this creep has come through over towards A. Long, widely abandoned here from the side of Zeta. Texture gets himself into hell. Laz, though, with a frenzy at range, finds one. Bazzi only able to trade back a singular kill. Death, however, as the explosion of death continues, is going to be the last one standing. Gets that headshot across. Aaron tagged down low. Push on the corner, and Depp gets the 4K for the Thrifty to tie it up.
What an answer! And he's going to grab the Bulldog to boot. What an answer from Zeta. The Frenzy's working a treat here for them. The crossfire good, and Munyet cannot find that opener. Had he gotten that, maybe the round goes very differently here for GE, but look at the crunch here. Look at the timing on that swing. Depp so fast to react. By the way, Depp on Ascent averaging 200 damage a round.
Yeah.
He is feeling it now.
Well, that is just impeccable. They were talking about it. Depp widely versus RQ, looking like he was not in the game. His head wasn't there. He's awake.
He's here.
He has arrived.
Sprays.
I mean, yeah. You're just slow walking into the spray. Aaron doing a nice Angel impersonation back at Champs. Or maybe it was Copenhagen.
That's
I don't
the second
remember.
time we've seen that from Zeta. Yeah.
I do love you, Angels.
I love Angel too, but he's got a bad rap.
He's been doing a lot better this time around. Depp, though, still looking to hold things down. Dashes into his teammate. Pro is pushing forward. Bazzi will be able to find 2, but Depp gets a second to finish things out. Zeta going to be 2-1.
Yeah, good hold. Not much to take home from that round here for GE. Just tried to go for the hard push, and still mostly half armor. Depp is going to go for the full armor. Is he? He is going to keep a rifle. I was curious if he's going to go like super eco and just go for the blades and a shorty or something. But he is going to drop down to that half armor, so okay. Looks like he's going to be hanging on to it. Laz already sitting on that Hunter's Fury. See if he's going to hang on to it.
Zeta just still fully invested in this half armor strategy.
Yep.
Should have the read here. Depp's gonna go for the push.
Oh
They get
my
the
God.
reveal. A bit of damage down. Swings on the corner. Bazzi dead. Aaron taken out. Texture counter swings. Finds Depp, but then Crow is there for the added punish. And suddenly it's a 4v2. I mean, GE, they knew exactly what was happening as soon as the fault line, as soon as they hear that tailwind forward. They know that he's in window, but
didn't matter.
They just don't have the cover.
Well, and Laz here has been phenomenal with his utility on the last couple maps. Finding some great information and then following up with the Hunter's Fury as well to get all the spots onto GE. I love the aggression here from Zeta. I love the tempo they're setting. This is what you want to see. You want to see changes of pace. You want to see adaptation. You want to see different looks, deeper playbooks from Zeta. And that is exactly what we've gotten on the last 2 maps. Didn't get to see it much on Pearl. You're on Ascent and Haven so far. Shadows. Looking really good.
Munyet spotted, thinking about going for the one-way. Throws down the smoke, and ooh, I mean, there's a pretty significant gap. Gets himself into the corner, the drone coming forward, and yep, it's been spotted. TP's away, paranoid to try to buy some time. Fault line not quite going to connect. Nobody watching Heaven for now. Munyet again, getting himself into a forward spot. He's trying to play this out so sneakily, but eventually the shots will connect. Bronski now having the 2. Oh, just everything, but unfortunately there's just too many targets. Like a dog in a pet store let off the leash, doesn't know what to go for.
A dog in a pet store, like, is it the chew toys and the, like...
Do I want this one? Do I want the tennis ball? Do I want that one?
Got it.
This one squeaks.
Now I understand. I mean, that's tough, but, I mean, Zeta here is just on it right now. And the confidence has to be sky high. They knew, you know, Munyet was going to want to play in a smoke there. They're just spamming it down to get the secured kill. The discipline here from Zeta, so strong. And you know, on the last map, the other thing I really would like to highlight for Zeta is the tremendous amount of assists they had on their initiators and their controller.
I mean, Monyet, I think he saw just as much. Doesn't get stunned, but it doesn't matter. Can only put Depp down to 51. Very aggressive updraft just to see if he can spot anybody else over towards A main.
Well, free A side, hey?
Yeah.
There is a nano there. And it's going to get popped, but Wrongski able to play it a little bit more towards sewers.
Planted.
Gonna drop it down, texture. Angling into the cubby. The nano at the door. Let's see what this retake looked like for Zeta. A lot of utility.
There is with a shot. Wrongski going to be eating a little bit of that damage from the aftershock. As the pulse coming across, Bazzi now delaying. Thought about using the Seekers earlier, but Wrongski says no, I'll delay with ult, then use Seekers late. Nicely timed util, Texture finding one. Step again, Blades gets Texture. What, the spray comes in? Aaron's gonna find 3, and that will be Global. Turning the tides around just a bit. Lose out on 2 players, retain 3 rifles. They find a second round, they break the streak.
Yeah, it's great ult staggering here from Global Esports, and it really is that null command that keeps Zeta from being able to really muster any kind of retake. They had a decent amount of utility. The fault line was back online for Crow, but they can never fire it off. And by the time they try to push through, GE is able to line up the crossfires and the utility. I mean, what a tremendous round there for GE to bounce back. It was starting to look like maybe Zeta had a firm grasp on this, especially with Depp coming out there getting that early kill.
I'd love to take a glance at his first kills, first deaths in this series, because it feels like Depp has just been stomping in that regard.
Doing pretty good.
Yeah, the look in on that one at the end. Sugar Zero, his head spotted. Texture takes it clean off, also sees 10. There's 2 quick opening kills. Can he get the third? No. Crow will shut him down, but he takes a good chunk of damage, and Aaron's there for the alley-oop. A nice quick push through Garage. Now the post-plant util is set up. And that's Depp and Laz making the call to just go ahead and save.
10-4.
10-4?
Yeah, for Depp.
Hot damn. That's pretty good.
he's having a phenomenal series.
Wow. That is going to tie us now as they just wait for the spike. You see, they probably have a decent idea that this is going to be a save, but still ready with a util just in case. Bazzi will scout. Flash not going to give any audio cues.
Well, 10-4 before Haven. He's gotten a few more.
Right. So now he's in an even better situation. But okay. Spike goes off. Global finding themselves in a fairly stable position. Texture dead, but 2,500 to the bank. We'll have a full buy. It's just a fantastic opener from him. Catches a glimpse. Confirms that Sugar Zero's there. Sees the gun barrel. Takes down 10.
And the expectation of that paranoia to stay above it. So good to get above that utility. Coming out from Sugar Zero. Really nice play here. Really nice heads-up play from Texture.
Now we're though, I mean, you hear that at the end. All quiet on the Global front. Not having those big pop-offs. They know that they are still very much in the trenches here.
Yep.
The turret goes up. Depp looking to cheat forward. Will be spotted. He still gets Bazzi. He gets Texture as well. And there's another one added to the board. Wrongski with a nice return fire, but then Depp anticipating the push. And now he's on for the ace. What is this man on today? 5 HP. He's got to back away, but the damage is dealt. I talk about stability. And that just gets shattered. The floor just fell out from underneath Global.
He's out of this world right now. I mean, that is just unbelievable from Depp to use those dashes to get out of there safely with 5 HP at the end of it even. And now it's kind of a double pump here for Wrongski. Double back towards the B site. It's being held by Crow. Crow waiting. See if Wrongski can maybe get another kill and get this plant down.
Oh, well. Giving up his position, and Crow wisely not even going to try to challenge this one. Plant comes down. Using the knife does at least confirm that there's nobody else playing from that A-Link side, but for the rest of the team, can at least suspect one from mid given the drone. Or the audio cue. Depp still on for that ace, mind you! And he gets it in the end!
insane. I mean, just insane from Depp. Just to take full control over mid here and just absolutely go bananas. I'm just flabbergasted with the way he's playing here today. And that first one a little bit whiffy, but that's okay. He's right back there for the second. The third is crisp. Oh, that fourth one. Clean on top of the box. The timing, the crosshair placement, immaculate. The fans should be loving that for Zeta.
And this was the depth that we were promised, the one that we expected since their performance over at Reykjavik.
And that, folks, is why they call him the child of God. He is insane at times.
I mean, you know, we talk all the time about Jesse Fashion. Him being able to compete in multiple esports, Depp is very much the same in that regard. Maybe not quite as wide as far as the genres are concerned, as Texture's going to eat a Team Flash. But as far as FPS goes, he's been ever present.
Just a little bit of kind of fact-finding here for GE. We saw this against DRX, where they put a lot of pressure as they try to set up for a C hit. And there is the lockdown there for Aaron. See if they want to create some space, but they don't get any response out of the Killjoy utility. What they did against DRX was Buzz really likes to play in the garage there with that utility, or well, DRX should. It is whoever's playing Killjoy for DRX. And they didn't find any of that utility really, so other than the one nano swarm. The turret wasn't there, they weren't able to see the other nano, so now they are gonna re-aggress here. Just checking for any lurks. Depp is starting to push space.
Okay, fragment into the back. Couple shots flying to the pop flash. Through that smoke. Sugar's here going to be taken down. 10 had he swung over towards the garage side. Would have been able to get Texture, but maybe it doesn't matter too much as they get flushed back. Another elimination. Bazzi answering. Depp now on the flank. Finds the headshot, strands the spike out into the open.
I got the spike.
Simply detain Texture. Moving towards Laz. Footsteps.
Time.
Third. Noted. And there's just no time. Again, similar plan. Depp already approaching on this position. One kill gets him a dash. Push out. He's spotted. He's not ready for Depp. The cleanup comes through. And Zeta will stretch the lead now by 2.
This is great patience here from Zeta. GE, again, working these garage hits that eventually lead into C to try to clear the utility, get into the site. But Depp in the backside of all of this was able to identify Aaron's alarm bot, throws a smoke down to get around it, has to use a dash to get around it, make sure he doesn't trigger it. I'm not sure if Aaron would have been close enough anyway at that point, but regardless, Depp's able to get into the flanks unnoted. So even if, I don't know exactly, I think Aaron might have been too far away for that alarm bot to honestly be available. But regardless, Depp's still, you know, kind of doing his homework, right?
Sure.
Like he's making sure that even if Aaron is still lurking or close, that he's able to get through. Regardless, the flank is good for Depp. Gets that big kill. Forces Texture to grab the spike and move back over to B. And then Laz just able to kind of bait Texture out, set Depp up.
I mean, it's better safe than sorry. Because
yes,
I think we've all had it where you're trying to create past that alarm bot or a trademark. Maybe not trademarks as much these days, but they still exist from time to time in your ranked games. And then, you know, you say, okay, it's deactivated, and right when you're about to get out of range, it reactivates, tags you, and suddenly you get headshot. You know exactly where you are.
Exactly.
So it's just way better. Oh, no, don't leave him hanging. Don't leave him.
10.
10.
10.
10. All right.
Okay. Oof. That's close.
It's the most dramatic moment of the night.
I can
10
see,
for God's sake!
I can see
Fist
some
bump him
people
now!
in the crowd looking at us and laughing for that.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine.
No, I appreciate it. They get the humor of the moment as we do. That's what we want here. That's what we want here. Now, we have a double push out A.
I mean, if he doesn't get that fist bump,
right, then
the series
then
is over.
Right.
Everything's going to fall apart. Laz is going to be tilted. Paramount.
No, I fully agree. Depp getting really aggressive here early.
Oh, and what a... Yeah. Oh, my... What?
What?
Okay, Texture must have been spotting him. Crow will be able to snipe Texture, though. Answering back, swing on the corner, and even though he's stunned up, 10 aligns the headshot, swings in, finds Ronsky, snaps onto Aaron's skull, as well as Bazzi! And this is the 10 That strikes fear into the hearts of his opponents. Depp can do it, 10 can do it too. A blink and you miss it round. It costs Zeta basically nothing.
I mean, I love that Zeta's getting aggressive against these ecos. I mean, Depp was pushing space over through A main, like right out the gate, almost. Like him and Laz were kind of working together a little bit just to see if GE would poke. Once they did it, he was on his horse. He didn't need to be because 10 was just better. But regardless, like the aggression, the information that Zeta is able to get off of that on these ecos is huge. Ton of utility thrown in, and oh my god, this read! Oh my god!
Oh, Depp says, yeah, I'm going for it, finds one. Can't steady for the other. Laz now looking for the follow-up. Will be able to get two before getting taken down. The jump on the corner, and it's two back-to-back lightning-fast rounds, pun not intended. As Zeta just storm away with this lead, 7-3. And again, we talk about the strength of both teams on the defending side. The more rounds that Zeta get racked up for themselves here before we swap, the better.
This is crazy. I mean, just the confidence is just flowing through Zeta. I mean, just absolutely insane. A lot of ults to play with for both sides. Seekers, again, that null command that proved really powerful for GE here on this A side. It's an ult for Monyet. Oh, 10 knows.
And he does, and Monyet now so very low.
Oh!
Somehow wins out the fight. And given the snappiness of the aim of 10 in the last couple of rounds, very damn impressive there from Monyet. He's been having the quietest map of the series so far. Bazzi holding pretty much solo behind. Smoke goes out, cutting off connector. Nanoswarm pre-placement in from Aaron. Good timing. Vronsky goes ahead, pops the ult. He's looking to nullify everybody on the enemy team. Catching all four, spray through Aaron, finding two. Sugar Zero answers back, will find one. Texture goes into the smoke. Things are starting to slip away just a bit. Crow now in a 1v2, but the time just isn't there. But yet we'll be able to get the final headshot, manages to stay alive through it all. And that is now 4 rounds here for Global, finally breaking the 4-round win streak from Zeta. But they need this 5th to start feeling comfortable.
Yeah, 10 just a step behind to find Monyet as he comes out of his TP. Aaron here doing a nice job working that smoke. Knowing they were coming. Monyet good for the final kill once it's all said and done. So the GE fans, after 4 rounds, have something to cheer for again. Yep. Still a lot of ults though for Zeta. And now some tools to work with. Still the Seekers for Vatsy.
Cool. Yep, again, looking to go aggro. Zero as well. Looking to support if necessary from Sewer. In the meantime, the rest of Global turning their sights towards B. Tailwind up over the top. Dog gets the catch on a Crow. Texture trying to get into a position to punish. Spots him for a moment. They get a flash dedicated to him, but now 10 just pushes out of the smoke. Off the flank. The lockdown forcing everybody else back. Spike did get planted. Seekers go through. The tap in. They're looking for the clear. They're so close to getting him, but now he manages to hold this to half. Depp with the ult finds Vronsky. Suddenly, it's all on Bazzi, and he is dead as Depp collects a 3rd. We'll ride into the second half with Zeta out in front by a large margin, an 8-4 half for them.
Switching sides.
I mean, I just love this from Zeta. Just the pure confidence to just, you know, I mean, Depp early again, pushing space, whether it's an eco or not. That's the game plan here, and Depp has been absolutely nuts these last 2 maps.
It's an incredible performance.
He's just insane.
I don't know. He's feeling it now for the first time in a very long time. Just crushing the lobby. And again, I mean, whatever he's doing with his head in his hands, it is working a treat.
Why not? As
we go into this halftime, and he's right back to just meditation.
It's just great to see the performance from Zeta, but again, I just really, it is, it's just that he's clearly, it's not like he's actually worried or concerned or anxious. This is just what he does. This is just how he focuses. That's fine. If it works, it certainly is today. Don't stop doing it, but yeah, with this halftime, hopefully this momentum and this confidence, you know, once Zeta got that second round win, got that, you know, eco round win, it seemed like that completely changed them. They were a different team the rest of that half. And let's see if they can get that come through on their attacker side, because they need to continue that momentum. You know, Depp needs to continue breaking down these doors, because he has been instrumental in their attacker side when it's gone right for them so far today.
Still, both teams struggling with their attack halves. Zeta, though, looking way more fired up than on either of the previous two maps. GE need to rally. And again, just given what we've seen, it makes this pistol that much more important for Zeta. Winning and kind of just ensuring that they're going to be able to get to 10 rounds right off the rip in this second half. Global, can they do it once more? They're currently 16-5 as an organization since the start of 2023 on pistol rounds. They're looking to add a 17th.
Oh, God. That's just not even fair. They're heavily stacked at B. Not sure if they're anticipating a hit, if they're going to try like a paranoia flash and then a push out with texture. It's not going to be coming. It's an A hit. Depp gets stalled up for a moment, as does Zeta.
Quick flash out.
Quick rotations from GE off of that.
Zeta decide to back away from this. GE in a four-man stack scenario with just Aaron operating between B and A. Texture's gonna look to push up. Depp just around the corner. Flash out, they swing. Nothing spotted, but they'll hear the drone. Down into sewer. Depp finds the first kill. Dashes over to the side, but he's gonna be paranoid, and Ronski's able to counter swing, finds that kill. Poking and prodding here. 0. As well as Laz just trying to find a trade back. In the meantime, 10 gets himself here onto the B site, and oh, like ships passing in the night. Aaron does not see him.
Dart gives away a lot of information. Aaron, dude, he's so good with the frenzies.
Finds one, full blind onto 10. Nano Swarm to buy a little bit of space. Push out though. They double jump. Sugar Zero's got some extra covering fire. And he'll clean up too.
30
Aaron now
seconds left.
left all in his lonesome, and yeah, it's not going to be the 17-5. Zeta will close out the pistol crucially.
This is huge. Huge for Zeta. You know, GE, I like the setup they had in the beginning. The play here at long 8 is a pretty even trade. But with that rotation from Zeta, good mid-rounding here from Zeta. Shifts the weight of the map over to the B site, and the heavier part for GE is still over on A. And so therefore, Zeta's able to get there, get that plant down.
Oh, 21-6 and 1 from Depp.
He is just unbelievable today. These last two maps, clearly, he's been much more comfortable. And this is a full stack.
Yep, full stack push coming out of C. Alarmbot is there to play spoiler to this. 10, watching, sees nothing. Smoke comes down, yep, puts it into the ground, and this should tell 10 everything he needs to know. They get the watch, he swings the corner, it's 2 quick kills. But, yeah, very easily cleaned up. Bazzi now going to be the last one left, trying to approach from behind. Can recover that Spectre, so at least has that in his hands. See if he can get anything, any additional value, any ult charges. All of it will be great, but the spot is being watched. In, okay, spots one. They know exactly where he is. Quick pop flash, sees him. They break line of sight, the plant now coming through.
That's a bulldog.
He does upgrade. Laz is low, so maybe a chance to take away a little bit more. Step up onto the high ground. Bazzi kind of reading this, but won't be able to get it. Step will finish him off. And that's Zeta now locking in their 10th round.
Yeah, it's looking pretty darn good for Zeta. A little bit of mishaps towards the end of this round, but yeah, this is red. Obviously with that smoke there, a pretty dead giveaway and something's going on. They have a good one. You know, Sugar Zero, a little bit odd there to not be aware that somebody might be coming from that angle. based on what you had just seen, but you know what? It's okay in the end of the day. Now it's mostly full armor here for GE. Still a couple rifles and a couple bulldogs.
Saying, hey, they're not going to sack C twice in a row.
Nope, and
not
they're
on
not.
the buy round.
Certainly not, and they're right.
In fact, they just go ahead and fully back away. Aaron, what is that?
Hello?
Just sprays across and takes out Sugar Zero. I mean, there's your defensive smoke squad now.
That's payback for what happened earlier.
Well, that's payback. In fact, his Depp is just going to be able to take him down. Bazzi tagged up, 30 HP remaining. Dash in, Texture leads the charge. Flash is going across. When he able to get one, Texture finds his second. Smoke down, now thrown down as the shock darts start flying through. Puts it out, but he certainly has his work cut out for him. He's just holding for the finish. Texture will be able to get it. And right after the defuse comes through, Texture dies. So still decent damage dealt. 2 guns on the floor, 3 going to be retained. Global, they find their first round win here in the second half.
Yeah, huge win. Not super costly for them. Just a few deaths there, so now see how they're going to shift their economy around. Just a Bulldog, it looks like, for Texture. A couple Bulldogs for Zeta.
Careful.
Money's pretty good for Zeta, but they want to cut funds a little bit here to play for the long game. So part of their econ strategy here is to kind of make sure.
Push this.
Yeah, they're going.
Nice pop flash out. He tries to turn away from it. Texture will be able to find one, but Crow again. A monster has the covering fire. Survives to 21 health. Finds 2. 10 now. Creeping forward, alarm bot. Giving things away. Aaron thinking about swinging on it, and 10 just cannot lose these fights, it seems. Unbelievable. What? Once? One yet? The one time.
What?
It's one yet. I mentioned it. Doesn't win that one. Push out. Gets cut down. The Bulldog at range. Sugar Zero just scopes in for the burst fire. And now Bazzi. Left all on his lonesome. Zeta. They're taking it to 11. This one goes to 11.
What is with it? The 10 rounds for Zeta. And it's just, that's when 10 decides it's time to turn on the Jets sometimes. It's pretty interesting, and Patsy here just kind of left in a position where he has to save.
Yeah, just look for exits.
Yeah, money's not good for GE, and Crow again, dude. A couple of these late round kills that he's found.
Yeah.
So impactful.
I mean, you have to anticipate now, given the economy. I mean, you'll have a couple buys. We'll see what they manage to shake together here on Global, but without pulling off an eco victory, it's like a half-buy win.
Right.
You're gonna give Zeta that match point.
Right. No, you're absolutely right. I mean, I'm expecting a timeout here from GE, but they're left in a really challenging position.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Last thing I need is
It's both timeouts now for the side of GE, with 7 rounds to go to get themselves to 12 to at least guarantee overtime. And if those runbacks do begin, you still got 2 banks for Zeta to make use of. XQQ probably feeling right as rain at the moment.
Well, it's this weird thing with Zeta. Just like once the confidence gets flowing, once the comfort is there, they start clicking on all gears, and you can see how fast, how clean they are compared to what we saw at the beginning of Pearl. Their aim's kind of all over the place. I don't know, maybe there's a way to practice with them before the matches to get them a little more dialed in, a little bit faster. But once they are dialed in, this is the Zeta that we saw at times last year that can beat anybody. That could go toe-to-toe with anybody in the world. And certainly, it looked great for GE from the rip, from the start. But once Zeta gets to these defender sides, that's when they really start to gain confidence and momentum. And here again, a strong start on the defender side is transferring over to success in the attacker side. Yeah.
And there's so many ults on the way for Zeta. One off the lockdown of the Rolling Thunder. Just Texture with the blades. Popping those now. Spam through, trying to see if there's anybody. playing forward in window.
They're waiting this out a little bit, expecting maybe some kind of trap play out of that timeout. Right now, it's just a shift towards A. Drone's going to lead the way, just Batsy spotted.
Yep, now has to run. Fault line used, depth on the hunt. Guess they don't want to try to rely on the knives to clear out the dog, and Shorty doesn't quite do the job. Double push.
Yeah.
Both flashers just trying to gain some space, but they got to back away. Site heavily occupied here from the side of Global. Get a couple opening picks once this exec comes through. Maybe they can win this out and deny that match point away. They absolutely need to. Paranoia at the ready from Monette. Waits to throw it, ducks it in. Depp arriving, oversteps, goes out of the cloudburst for a brief moment. It dissipates, looks for one. Ronsky, however, gunning down two. Texture gonna be able to find a third. Couple traded back, but it's still going to be the man advantage there for the side of Global. And yeah, Hightailing it out, at least rotating back over towards Long, but 13 seconds remaining and Sugar Zero dead. There's nothing more that 10 can do. 10 HP, just to be extra fitting for him. And Global, they will stay alive.
Gonna find the last one. Yeah, indeed. Texture gonna get 10 down with the blades, and 6 rounds for GE. And there's some hope.
Show me where to
That's
go.
a huge round for them to win. Now they can, really stabilize that economy. Great play here from Ronsky with that Bulldog, finding those headshots. Texture right there to back him up on the other side of the box. Great setup here from GE. I think just kind of a little bit too predictable here from Zeta. Kind of that, early push with that drone. It gives it away, and even though they are patient, they try to wait it out a little bit. GE doesn't move a muscle. Able to get it done. 0 points gonna come out. Catch Depp. He's still going.
Yeah, I mean, there's the avoid on the fault line. The push out. 10 dead. Texture looking for the chase, but it's a little bit too much. Ronsky cannot stabilize his aim, and Depp will find 2. Long now opened up. Push in. Monette trying to hold the line. It's only good for 1 though. Depp breaks in. Lockdown available from Aaron. Might be necessary to try to stave this off, but she's gonna back away or at least try to fake this.
Certainly he can't get the second ace. Like he can't pull the Forsaken, right? Like Depp has been unbelievable. And he's only down to 85 health. I mean, yeah, he loses some armor, but he's been winning these fights so fast.
Globally, I think that would give us, 6 aces in 2 days. And as the chase comes in, Aaron, it's just a little bit whiffy. He won't be able to get the ace, but he gets the 4K, and Zeta get match point. Global now, economy in shambles, needs 6 consecutive rounds to get themselves into overtime once more.
Yeah, I mean, even though they maybe could have stabilized the economy, it's not going to come through, and it's Depp again. Just absolutely insane today. The man could do no wrong. Just blasting on all cylinders. Long range, short range. It doesn't matter. Blade Storm operator. He is doing it all.
4 ults to work with, but a counter lockdown available from 10. And obviously, no Hunter's Fury to clear. Likely just going to have to be an exchange if those come into play. And I mean, from Global side, they certainly will. They have to throw everything at this round just to try to stay in it. And it's going to be a nice and early lockdown to try to flush them away from this position. Monette, in the meantime, gets himself tucked in mid, just below the window stairs. But no, he's actually going to push forward. Wants to go for this backstab, and he's being joined by Aaron as well as Ronsky.
But as Zeta, you have to expect this, and they do.
They're watching. 1 player detained. There's the push. A little bit whiffy. Monette swings the corner, finds another. Aaron bursts through. They find a 3rd. And they're not done yet. Sugar Zero able to find 1. Depp just updrafting, drifting away. The spike now stuck. The push in. He will not win the fight. And Global, they change up the playbook. And they manage to win the round.
Yeah, I mean, this is pretty interesting here from GE. Just using that lockdown to force Zeta into that flank that comes through. And it works. I mean, 10 there, just a little bit off with his crosshair, and that cost Zeta dearly. The rest of that round just snowballs into Global's favor. Kind of interesting the way that one all shakes out, but now 10, he had his lockdown, but now he's still sitting on it, of course.
Careful.
Yeah.
See if they can find a way to get this rolling. And for yet another round in a row here, Zeta's going to put early pressure in towards A. A flash confirms something is afoot. Fancy just with the Guardian, though. Seeker's in the back pocket, trying to get info, but they're rotating.
Just praying for that wallbang shot. It's a good read, though.
Yes.
As Global make the adjustment. They get 4 players up here over towards C. And looks like, again, Zeta going to be rerouting. Bazzi with the flash out over towards A lobby. Not going to confirm anything. B wide open. Zeta just decided to go there. Seems like they might have interest in A yet again. The drone just going to get cleared. Doesn't see too much else. Seeker's now going to be let loose. See them playing forward. Still at A lobby just to clear these Seekers and kind of bait, and it's working. A double rotate out from Global, shifting back over towards the A site, but C is about to be on a fire. Aaron trying to hold this position. Needs to go huge, but Depp, he gets the read, he gets the headshot. He's up and over the top. The reveal is in from the dart. And Depp will find a second.
You should run.
I love this. I love this from Zeta.
Thunder's Fury in. Brodsky on the ground. Moniet managing to find one. Gets the second. Cannot get the third. Bazzi with the Guardian desperately trying to clear the lockdown. He is able to do it. He goes for the rest. What is that drawdown? Bazzi! He may have just saved them. Bronski's back into the game. 2 flashes, the pop flash. They double swing the corner. Bazzi low on HP. Bronski saves them! And Bazzi, show me that replay, because what in the hell was that?
That looked over, it looked done. I love the way Zeta plays this. They're back and forth across the map. They cut those Seekers off before they're able to get any real information. They have this red, they check their corners, they clear the angles that have been causing the problems. They get this beautiful spot. Dev's got 2 kills, the lockdown's there. It looks like everything is coming up Zeta. And then oh my God. The pull off. Unbelievable.
What a shot.
Unbelievable.
Just nasty. And yeah,
yes.
That's going to force the timeout. It's QQ seeing enough. It's time to pump the brakes, and I'm sure Eraser breathing a sigh of relief saying, thank God I can talk to my team again.
Yeah, seriously. That was on the precipice. I mean, Batsy, for all intents and purposes, the only one left alive because Wronski's on the ground. And he's able to just do it again. You know, we saw it earlier. Yeah, with the Guardian this time. Remember, he did it with the Odin on Ascent versus Deb, where he would accept it was with the spike, not a KO on the ground. But still, oh my God, Batsy's had a hell of a day. Definitely one of the better performances we've seen from him so far this season. And it's just absolutely nuts.
It's crazy from the team here.
Keep it cool.
Zeta,
That's
though,
how you
still
survive.
holding the series in their hands. The ults drained on both sides. Just the Omens holding on to them for now. Gee, how deep can you dig?
Well, seems like they've got maybe plenty in the tank. We'll see. I hope. Give me another overtime. This has been just a wonderful series. It looked like maybe it'd be a little one-sided after that Pearl, but Zeta, since stepping up in big ways, 10 starting to make his way in towards Garage. Maybe able to clear a little utility and find a little info potentially. Still looking to see if anybody's going to start to push for GE. I mean, Zeta's being really cautious at the beginning of these rounds, kind of working the long angles of the map, just seeing if anybody's getting out there. You have the alarm bot on to see if anybody really gets aggressive out the other side, but it's a 3-man stack onto the A site. All your flashes in one basket.
0 point, catching 3.
This is a big gamble. If this hold does not work for GE, they do not have much utility for a retake.
Okay, Dog spots them. They're going to start backing away. Aaron not quite watching out into B main.
30 seconds left.
Oh, this is great for GE.
There. Nano Swarm just to try to push somebody off the corner. Texture looks away. Sugar Zero TPing in. The paranoia looking good. The push out. Aaron sniping one out of the sky, but Sugar Zero manages the steady. 10 comes up with another one. Now Bazzi fighting back. It's he and Ronsky again. The duo that needs to keep them in this game. Ronsky this time. No res. Not at full HP. The aftershock buys some time. A flash. A shock. That's the post-plant utility right now from Zeta. As the damage comes in. Bazzi trying to take down Crow. Can't quite get it. Ronsky pushes up. Finds him. Laz backs away. Sugar Zero, however, playing from the back, goes ahead, finishes him off. Now, again, Bazzi in a position to try to clutch. Taps it, knows where he's at, and Sugar Zero has the headshot. A triple kill from him, and Zeta will take the series with 13-8 in the last map of Haven. A second match win for the Japanese squad. Yet again, denying Global from getting themselves onto the leaderboard.
There is depth to this squad, for sure. And they are absolutely starting to get their form back. This Zeta that we have been wanting to see again since the beginning of 2021. This Zeta we have been missing so dearly is beginning to find its form. And to beat GE on Haven here, a map that GE has looked insanely good on so far in the Pacific. What a statement here from Zeta. Shaky start once again, but they're able to recover, and it's depth all day long.
I mean, I'd have to check the final figures, but going into that last round, he had 29 kills. Might have been able to drop 30. If this had gone to overtime, I think we would have seen the Newland record set, just stealing it away from Monyet 1 week later. Either way, we cannot sing enough praises about depth in his performance here today. What impact, the likes of which have not been seen from him, from realistically anybody on this team, because this outdoes 10's impact in their last set versus RRQ. We haven't seen this in months. This will be a heartbreaker, unfortunately, for the side of Global. Just got the last few pieces of their roster here into Korea. Decide not to play with them this week, say, you know what, we need some time. And I agree with that.
Yeah, I do
need to reacclimate.
I do too.
And given what we saw from them versus DRX, this seemed to be the right decision. But unfortunately, Zeta showed up in a way that we have not seen from them in so very long.
This is tremendous for Zeta, heartbreaking for GE. I mean, again, I talked about it earlier, but to be so close so many times here and still not find a win, to consistently push teams on every map they play. I mean, they rarely have a miss. You know, it feels like they're always in it. And to come up short once again, it's brutal. It's heartbreaking for GE. Still, you know, gutsy performances. They never look out of sorts. They never look unprepared. They always look so strong. But going up against some of these Titans here in the Pacific is just proving too much so far. By the way, Depp, I got the stats for you. 391 ACS. 29 kills. Plus 17. An average damage per round of 241.
That's just insane.
Bonkers.
I mean, what more can be said? Depp.
Good.
I mean, just showing why he has been called the child of God, as you mentioned. What an incredible series from him. The last map, obviously, under the microscope by itself, insane, but the whole way throughout, Depp was finding impact. I want to look at his first kills, first deaths. You got that from me?
First kills, first deaths, yes, sir. Just 5 and 3 on that map, actually.
Okay. So,
but overall, he had 15, and he was like plus a lot.
I think it might have been like 15 and 7 or something.
I think that's about right.
Yeah, so yeah, nuts. Absolutely nutty performance there from Depp, and we will have an interview with him in a moment down on the floor. We're just getting things prepped, and then we'll get to hear from him. But man, I got to tell you, again, I think no one really anticipated this. William was the one person on talent that did go for the vote, so
I was just so bought into the way GE played against DRX.
Yes.
I was so sold on that. I'm like, okay, this team now has kind of figured it out. If they can push DRX like that, certainly.
Again, I don't think anybody can fault.
No.
You know, the predictions.
I wanted to pick Zeta, but I was too confident in what I've seen from GE, if I'm being honest.
It's one of those moments where it's like, you know what? as usual, perfectly happy to be incorrect in the prediction.
I'm 0-3 on my predictions. I'm having a great time.
That much more competition. Zeta looking clean. They get themselves a second win, and if they can continue on this road, playoffs on the horizon, and perhaps maybe even Tokyo.
That's the real
goal,
right?
That's what it's all about.
That's what we want to see. I mean, you would love to have a Japanese team at Tokyo. No
Absolutely.
doubt about it. I mean, I'm so tickled. I mean, I've had the pleasure of being able to cast Depp across multiple different esports, and to see him perform like this once again is truly a treat.
That it is. Well, we are ready for the interview, so we'll go ahead and throw it down to the stage where Depp is standing by.
The whole team has been stepping up the game. Zeta is on fire. I'm here with Devo Zeta. Okay, congratulations. It's your second victory of VCT. I mean, you guys managed to stay focused even in the late game. How do you do that?
まず初勝利おめでとうございます。最後まで集中を保つコツを教えてください。
画面を見すぎないようにすることかなです。
I try to not stay at the screen too much.
Oh, okay. And to the next question, like after last week's match with RRQ, I mean, what did you guys discuss with your team, and do you think that led to today's victory?
先週の RRQ 戦から、チームの中でどんな議論があって、そのおかげで今週の勝ちにつながったとかありますか？
少人数制のところで、ちょっと修正を加えました。
We fixed up our skirmishes with the low number player fights, like 3v3s.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you said that you get many lucky moments while playing the game at the interview before. Like, what would be today's lucky moment for you?
以前インタビューで、結構ラッキーなショットを当てるって言ってたんですけど、今日のラッキーショットはどこでしょうか？
今日はちょっと思い当たらないですね。
I can't think of one today.
Okay, maybe right at this moment in the interview.
今このインタビューの瞬間でしょうか。
でも敵の弾をエースのシーンでヘイブンの敵の弾すごい避けれたんで、それラッキーだなって思いました。
My ace in Haven, I dodged a lot of the enemy's bullets, so I guess that was a lucky moment for me.
Okay, thank you. And the fans are really thrilled for you. Any words to fans?
ファンに一言お願いします。
またギリギリなんとか勝ててよかったです。いつも応援ありがとうございます。これからも頑張ります。
It was a tough fight, but we won at the end. So thank you all for your support, and then keep supporting us in future.
Okay, thank you for the interview. I wish the best of luck. And that was Zeta. We'll have Talent and DRX matches coming up, so hang in there. I'll toss it back to William.
Well, Zeta Division, they do it. They stay in the running. They're keeping the hope alive for all of the Japanese fans that have been cheering for them, I mean, since the beginning, right, of Zeta Division's kind of birth in Valorant. And now they're delivering once again 2-1 victory over Global Esports.
It's freaking amazing. I'm not even mad that our predictions are wrong. Like, Will is super...
No, I wasn't going to bring it up, but, you know...
You did it.
You did it.
You're the man.
You did it. Wow. I got to give a shout out to Victoria. There's something in this seat, all right? We just get super brain power, the prophecy.
I'm going to move that chair over here when this
No, it's
show
all about
shuts
the
down.
hosts here for VCT Pacific. We've been getting our predictions right, but, I mean, Zeta, they talked about it in the interview as well, right? It was about keeping that focus. Depp kind of explaining why he keeps putting his head in his hands. It's just to keep his eyes kind of not focused on the screen, but rather kind of resting whenever he gets a chance.
Whatever you need to do, like if that helps with your eyes not feeling so strained, do it more, because whatever it's doing, he's performing so well right now. Look at that, 29 kills, 12 deaths, 390 ACS, and a lot of first kills. Not only that, I mean, he had some crazy performances. Clinton was saying that he had an average damage of 241 per round. That means you killed at least 2 players every round. Maybe 2.5.
Yeah. I mean, depending on the armor situation, right? You're always good for 1+, maybe 2+.
I mean, he just played so brilliantly. I like the fact that we kind of learned what you know, the reasoning was behind him, like
Oh,
looking like this.
Thank you, production. Can we just everyone screenshot this? Yeah, leave it. Leave it on Twitter once again at Will Chober. All right, thank you very much. Go ahead.
But seeing that he needed to rest his eyes, and then that gives him the ability to then kind of zero in more when it's actually time. That's kind of cool. I wonder if this is a pattern we might see from other players and try to pick up on habits of success here in Valorant.
Yeah, I mean, listen, endurance is a very real thing when you're playing a best of 3, sometimes a best of 5 if you get to that point of any type of tournament right here in Valorant. So great to see that Dep's figured out what's working for him. But let's be honest, it wasn't just about keeping the focus like all the way to the very end. He was just popping off at the beginning of this map on Haven.
Yeah, in fact, we have a great highlight if we could throw that on screen here. This moment where, I mean, just the instinct here. Watch how this starts out. He's pushing right down into mid. He takes the turret out, gets the kill. That cues the second player, sees the spikes down, and backs away. Immediately turns to window, and knowing that the spike is probably going to be attempted to be retrieved, he gets it right over there. And then he actually gets the ace just a little bit later on here. Shortly after this was all said and done, we see the push come in.
Yeah, absolutely, right? His teammates just trying to distract him for as long as possible after the spike's been planted. And, I mean, Dep, but you called it, right? The instincts, right? He knows even if the turret spots me, that's right when they're going to swing. He's kind of used to what are the usual setups that players do here. And Dep's able to carry that round. Now, to be fair, I mean, he had such an insane scoreline that he kind of stands out, but the other players were performing just as well on Haven.
Exactly, and that's the other highlight that we have. I mean, so many crazy performances, but also it's these sorts of things that inspire everyone else on the team to kind of step up, and it's going to be 10 in the next one where he actually anchors down a site perfectly, because you can hear and you know the utility's coming your way, but 10 instantly doesn't run away. He throws out a nanoswarm just to cut off the site in half, gets the first one, of course, with the help of Pro, but look at the way he actually maneuvers around this one box, the way that he stays on the site with the Phantom at close range just to swing and really block off global esports. It's rounds like these that really give Zeta the momentum to find that big 8-4 at the end of the first half. And by the way, at the end of the first half, Dep had 20 kills, 5 deaths only. He has come alive. He's awakened. This is Dep's server, and we're just watching him pop off.
Yeah, I mean, we're just living in it, right? I mean, 20 kills in the half. That means he only needed 9 more in the second half to round out Haven and finish the map. He carried them so hard in the first half, and of course, he was our key player.